I've been busy lately, and thank God I'm able to make some time to do this video. So today I will be talking more about my own experience and say some things that I hope is gonna help you guys to move on in the aspect of school and your personal life and all that. So firstly, I will be talking about my first experience when I came to Spain, and what I went through in my school and also in the environment. I came to Spain some years back, and I came here without speaking or knowing anything about the country. So when I came, I my dad took us to school. Like, he just put us in school without um, going for a special class to learn the language and get used to the country. So in school it was really difficult for me. Because in Spain here it's hardly to see someone who speak English and who you can talk with and try to explain yourself. So I only had my English teacher, who was kind, and I was able to relate to her and all that. So in school it was difficult for me to talk. I have to demonstrate for them to understand what I was trying to say. Sometimes I just cry in class because no one can understand me, because then I was young, it was difficult. So I passed through hell. When I mean hell, new people, new country, new life. So with time I was getting used to them. Although being a lady then, being a girl, I wasn't allowed to go out to interact with people. But my brothers, they were guys, so they were allowed to go out and try to learn the language. So they started speaking first, and it was easy for them, speaking and all that, because they were out there, making friends, and I was just indoor, trying to sort out things. I was able to get used to where I was staying, the country and all that. But in school it was difficult because what I had to do, I had to cram everything, just cram everything and write everything when it comes to exams and all that. So the time I was being insulted for being a black by my teacher, and it was terrible. So when I tell people now that I was insulted by my teacher, everyone was like, why didn't you react? Why didn't you tell her this and insult her or what and call her names? I did nothing. The stress I passed through was some of my teachers were like telling me, this language is difficult for you, just give up, just try something like easy course you can just do, and I'm someone that I know what I want, so I go for what I want, and I always get what I want. So I kept on, and I repeated some classes. Life is not easy, so for you to get something you have to struggle. So a lot of people gave up when I came to Spain. I noticed that the people I knew then, now they all gave up. Like, they are not from my country. They are countries that were colonized by Spain. They speak the language and all that, but they gave up. They just stopped going to school. But me, I was still there. So it got to a stage when I wanted to write my final exam and go into the university. And so I was like trying to get information from the teachers, from people around me, and they were all negative. When I mean negative, they were all negative. They were telling me, you can't make it, the language is so difficult for you. And even I had some friends, and no one was even thinking of going to the university. I was the only one saying, no, I must go to the university, I must graduate, I must be this, I must be that. No, I said, let me give a try. So I did the exam, and that was what, it wasn't, people just, yeah, like in this world, I'm gonna say in this world, there are people that are there to discourage you, and there are people that are there to help you out. So when you listen to the ones that are there to discourage you, that's when you know that you've made a mistake. But if you are strong and you know what you want, and you listen to people's word and you take the ones that you need, that's what makes you matured, makes you know how to fight the future, you understand, to fight the life and all that. So I was able to get into the university, and something that I'm going gradually. It's not easy. So why I'm saying all this history is because I've seen a lot of young people that, mostly in my state, a lot of young people that are making a big mistake. For me, in my own opinion, they are making a big mistake, because I see Spain as a country that the black people are not occupying most of the positions. I mean, positions like banks or office or places you wish black people are working in those places. So why I'm saying this is because I've gone out of this country and I've seen the difference between other Europe countries, and I see that most of the blacks they are fighting for what they want. They are not working in like farm work or cleaning or restaurant. Most of them, they work in those things, but most of them professional job. I love to encourage people because I'm like that. So it's good to help somebody because you don't know what tomorrow might bring. So what I'm saying is that young people shouldn't be discouraged by what people are saying, or because the language is difficult, or because of this. You just have to keep trying, even if it takes years. The most important thing is what you've achieved, not how long it takes you. The most important thing, what people want to see, what people want to hear, is what you've achieved, your end of your goal. So if you decide to give up because the language is difficult, or you've tried so many times and you couldn't make it, and you say, okay, fine, I give up, that's when you become a failure. That's when you make mistakes that you can correct, because time flies, you understand. Spain is changing because due to the course I'm studying, there are some areas we study, and they said like Spain is changing, and now what they want are people professionals. They don't want people with low education, they want people with high education. So I'm wondering, how will the black of this country occupy those positions when they are not educated, when they don't have the knowledge or the information they want, you understand? If those people that were colonized by the Spanish and they speak the language very well can't go and get a high level of education for them to occupy positions, and what about us? You just read that we don't even know the language, and we're like a foreigner in everything, you understand, like a stranger, you understand. And then they are not doing something that will motivate you to say, okay, fine, I can do it, they're black, let me do it also, you understand. So it surprised me. We're not fighting for it, you understand. We are not fighting for it. If we fight for it, if we study and we have that information they are looking for, and we are there to tell them, okay, fine, we have it, for sure, I think we'll be occupying positions that are important in this country. So like I said, this life, there's nothing that is easy. If you don't fight for it, if you don't know what you want, if you don't stand for what you want, you are not going anywhere.